All right. That's enough now. Settle down. Gosh. We are back with more of the 1216 podcast, and we finally get to see Yamato taking off to start her journey after she's completed with looking around Wano and getting to know the country first. Similar to what Odin did, she's now on her way. She has a bento box and she's walking forward, humming her own song as we get the title of chapter 1118, The Most Free. Now we have Yamato being free in this chapter. Whew, we get more people becoming free. Being free inside the One Piece world just means you are held down by zero bounds. There is nothing around that can hold you back. As we see Luffy over here in Gear 5 Giant Essence mode, he's free. So let's get into this show. Start off, of course, we see that the giant robot is now flying towards, and it hits the ship of a marine ship and crashes. The five girls say knocked out the signal, and now the giant is getting hit. And the giant is now hitting a vessel, part of the Marines. But as it hits this vessel, the giant starts speaking to itself. I believe the giant's only activated whenever the presence of Nika shows up. And I've said this numerous times. But to get back to it now, I believe it even more after this chapter. Because the giant says, Joy Boy, where did you go? I want to see you. You were there, Joy Boy. And of course, it was a strange feeling that something was left undone throughout the void century. And this giant has to be involved with whatever happened with Joy Boy, unless it came around later on. But I believe, wholeheartedly believe, that Joy Boy and this robot were friends in the past life. We know that the reactivation happened 200 years ago for this robot when it attacked Marijois, but it is now on and cooking. And as it sinks to the bottom of the sea, we see that the Marines are starting freaking out because they see a boar or mammoth type creature. And they don't know what the hell is happening up on Egad. The signal's been cut. This boar shows up. And not only the boar, but also this giant bird-like thing shows up in the background. As they're going on, you see contact with York. The five girls are contacting York and just asking who's all left. What Vegapunks are actually left? How many? And it's two of them. We know it's two because we have Lilith and Atlas that are the two that's left outside of York. Now it's time to eliminate them. Because Punk records can continue to grow with just one Stella remaining, there's no need for anybody else. So as we understand now, the Stellas are going to be hunted. Now we see that it's time to go. And it's time to set sail because they don't want to get caught in the middle of what's going to happen to Egghead Island. Even though nothing will happen because of the records and technology they have ongoing there, and York needs all of it and wants all of it to herself. But we finally see Dory and Bragi, along with Luffy, finally landing on an Elbaf giant ship. And as they land and jump aboard, of course, it's time to set sail. Luffy asks immediately, where's Usopp? Where's Chopper? We know Chopper could go giant in his human form. We know he loves giants as well. We also know that Usopp himself thinks he's the great warrior of the giants and will one day go to Elbaf to further his great exploration of his powers. So, of course, we're going to get this introduction soon. I cannot wait for that. But until we get there, we see Admiral Dahl and Vice Admiral Bluegrass inside their child forms because of what Bonnie did to them. Bonnie turned them back into children, along with one of the mecha beasts that Bluegrass was riding on as she was attacking the ship. But now it's time to set sail. And Bonnie once again reminds the Navy that they fucked up by letting her escape. And then we get a ring on her phone. And of course, thanks to Edison, we see that Nami and the rest of the gang up top is ready to set sail. But if they don't land in the water, she wants help. And of course, we know that Sanji's going to go out his way to only help Robin, Lilith, and Nami. And Usopp goes off in the background, as all Usopp fashion does, and says, "Don't forget about us. You're going to save us all." But also, Frankie chimes in and says he'll make sure that the ship is safe. And yet again, we have another one coming. But it's not a time to relax, because we know that the getaway is on, but it's a bird approaching. And as this bird approaches, Sanji recognizes it to be one of the 5 elders. And because this is a 5 elder who can fly, that means trouble. He comes over in this mythical bird form and shoots out a fire blast. Of course, the giants are going to protect the humans in any way possible. But now they have to stop the ship from burning as well. But don't worry, it's all safe, it's all good. Because we see Luffy in the background eating up right now and having his whole meal. He's going to town, he's getting the food he needs to rejuvenate himself in order to go into his Gear 5 mode yet again. He needs his stamina back up. But he's not alone. Because as he comes out, he looks at Bonnie and says, "Don't you want your get back?" And Bonnie, of course, says, "Oh, Nika." But Luffy doesn't know who that is still. He doesn't know who Nika is. We hear the drums' liberation start beating. And of course, Luffy looks over at Bonnie and tells her that she can do anything that she wants. And Bonnie doesn't think that she can, but remembers, after hearing Luffy say that that's when he's most free, Bonnie has a distorted future idea. A future where she is, in fact, the most free. Which gives us 2 Joy Boys now roaming around, and the 5 girls say are in deep shit trouble. We have Bonnie that altered her future to become the most free, and looks like she got tapped into the Nika force. Now we have two sun gods and 5 elders. This is going to be a bloodbath, but not just that. We have something at the bottom of the sea that is feeling the presence or the essence of Joy Boy yet again. So I'm pretty sure next chapter we're going to probably see the Iron Giant jump back into action and come back up, as he's now rebooted online, because the power of 2 Joy Boys, or a Joy Boy and a Joy Girl, are now running through him. I cannot wait to see what's in store with these 2 going crazy, because we see that once they transformed, there was an earthquake like going on already inside the sea, but now they're floating on top of the sea water. So now the power of Nika has doubled. I wonder how long Bonnie can last inside this form, as well as Luffy. They both eat like crazy, which is totally amazing to see the parallels between these 2. Both of their father's Revolutionary Army members. It's now both of them being the most free, as they're both captains are setting sail with the Elbaf Giants, waiting for, of course, Nami and them up top the land, as well as Jinbei and Zoro to finally catch up so they can take off. But this One Piece, this shit is amazing. If you are not a One Piece fan right now, you're definitely losing. We're taking off. We're taking over the world. 1216 Podcast is here to bring to you some of the greatest One Piece takes that you'll ever come across. And we have some more to go. This is going to be one hell of a show that Oda is writing, and I can't wait to see it unfold. We have Yamato, who is now free. She's setting sail. We have a sun god, Nika, doubleage now with Bonnie entering her Toon Force. We have the Iron Giant at the bottom finna come up, of course, because now he feels the drum's liberation. And I don't know if that's what's making him want to continue to clank, but when this is animated, this is going to take the fuck off. Stick around for more of this to come. We have no breaks coming up, so 11/19 will be out really soon. Um, let's continue to rock on how we rocking on, baby. I love y'all, of course. Tap in with 12, tap in with 16, tap in with the podcast. We have so much to offer you in one place. And if you don't like that, tap in with the merch. We got swag for you as well. This is 12 signing off.